At the Randolph Street Community Garden, volunteers are welcome anytime. And when you first get started, pulling weeds is a common task. Less than an hour until Bernie Sanders arrives, this gym is filling fast as community members and students are anxiously awaiting his arrival. It's a big night at the Canopy Club, and I'm here on stage where band EGI was just doing a sound check for their performance later this evening. Many Stone Creek Church community choir members get more than just a musical experience when performing on this stage. The Career Center is open Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. and offers tips on things like applying to grad school and even how to land your internship. We're here live at the A Future to Believe in rally where presidential candidate Bernie Sanders is explaining a lot of points behind his campaign. Dawn Blackman has been the garden steward at the Randolph Street Community Garden for the past 10 years. Since starting, she's visited the garden almost every day.
I can be out here for a half hour by myself, and then before I leave, 10 or 12 people will come take me. So when people see somebody gardening, they feel more comfortable coming in, I guess, too.
The garden holds various functions, from community celebrations to midday visits from school children. But the main goal of the garden is to bring community members together while they produce their own fresh food. At the Randolph Street Community Garden, volunteers are welcome anytime. And when you first get started, pulling weeds is a common task. This season, Mother Dawn starts her day at the garden by pulling weeds to make room for new produce. In addition to gardening, Mother Dawn runs the food pantry at the Champaign Church of the Brethren and often brings community members to the garden to pick fresh produce. Rietta Mulvaney has been volunteering with Mother Dawn for 6 years and feels they have developed a sisterhood.
You know, I feel like I'm growing and doing more of a purpose by participating with her, and that's giving me a great feeling. She's just a God-sent kind of person. We do have angels here on earth, and I think she's one of them.
Mother Dawn enjoys uniting the community while increasing their access to fresh foods.
So this is kind of like my backyard. It's become the community backyard.
In Champaign, I'm Anisa Mcclinton, UI7 News. The Canopy Club is known for its concerts, parties, and live performances, but many don't take the time to think about how those acts and events were brought to the stage. Mike Armentrout is the primary buyer and marketing director for the Canopy Club. He also serves as the marketing director for Jay Goldberg Events and Entertainment.
We have always tried to book an eclectic mix of music, whether that be jam bands or electronic acts or hip hop or country, or if it can sell tickets, we'll try it.
Armentrout is oftentimes behind his desk, talking to headlining artists via email or on the phone to set up gigs. But not all of the acts at the club are far away.
In terms of local acts, we want to support people that are, making good music, that we can see are putting in the work to try to be something bigger than just a local act.
The band Ethereal Groove Incorporated, better known as EGI, is from the northwest suburbs of Chicago. The band has played at Canopy more than 5 times and has been in contact with Armentrout for each booking.
And it's definitely been one of the reasons why we're playing summer camp, is because we play here so often. I think that's why we gained a fan base around the area.
It's a big night at the Canopy Club, and I'm here on stage where band EGI was just doing a sound check for their performance later this evening. Armentrout realizes that the Canopy Club has to be a versatile place for the vast amount of students and community members in Champaign-Urbana.
In the end, this market is not large enough for us to be one thing to one group of people. We try our best to bring in a little bit of something for everyone.
A sold-out show is the main goal Armentrout set for the Canopy Club. But when he's determining the success of an event, that's not the only thing that matters.
The secondary objective is think about the patron experience, how people, see the club and whether they have a positive experience while they're here.
In Urbana, I'm Anisa Mcclinton, UI7 News. The Illinois primary in Champaign County brought nearly 60,000 voters to the polls. Twin City Bible Church is one of the many polling locations available to community members, and where student Mario Lozano cast his first primary election vote.
It's a beautiful day, kind of walking over and just taking it all in. It's my first time voting, so it was really just enjoyable to get out there. Just if you have the opportunity, why not take it?
After checking into your designated polling location, you'll receive a ballot similar to this one. Champaign County Clerk Gordy Holton made it easy for community members to vote, even if they weren't registered to vote on the day of.
This election, for the first time, we actually offered voter registration at every polling place on election day. So if you woke up on election day and you said, I want to vote, but I'm not registered, that was no longer an excuse. You could go to your polling place, register, and vote, and take care of it all in one step.
Champaign County also broke records with early voting. More than 10,000 ballots were cast. Holton partially contributes this to Bernie Sanders' recent visit to campus.
I voted for Bernie Sanders just because he doesn't take any super PAC money, so he's doing it all on his own.
Although Hillary Clinton won Illinois as a whole, Bernie Sanders pulled in the most votes in Champaign County.
Just trying to make a difference. Even though you might seem like you're just one person, just kind of small, but every vote matters.
Despite Bernie Sanders' loss, Lozano is excited to vote in the future and to encourage others. In Urbana, I'm Anisa Mcclinton, UI7 News. Earlier today in Champaign-Urbana, we experienced a little bit of rain. Here's why. Low-pressure systems were in Illinois earlier, and now they're moving more so towards Ohio, and there are high-pressure systems towards the Rocky Mountains, which are moving towards us now and are going to bring warmer temperatures throughout next week. We had a record-breaking voter turnout for this year's Illinois primary, and many of those voters on the U of I campus were voting for their very first time. Now, this map shows the precipitation in the area. Illinois has experienced rain for the past few days, but rain no more. It's moved more so to the Michigan and Wisconsin areas. Now, locally, we're looking at 67 degrees in Champaign, everywhere else in the mid to upper 60s, and Mattoon, Charleston with 70 degrees. Not all students are traveling during spring break for the party scene. One group of students has decided to take the week off to volunteer. UI7's Brianna Hartsfield has more. And I'm Anisa Mcclinton. Today has been filled with clear skies, but will it stay this way for Saturday's Illinois Marathon? I'll have a more detailed look at the forecast later on in the show. UI7 News starts right now. Unfortunately, though, for this weekend's Illinois Marathon, the temperatures are not looking too good. But let's take a look at tonight's Fastcast.